Friends, this is the second part of the series of introducing Indian Armed Forces. If you haven't seen the first part, don't forget to have a look. A month before, we had released a video, Operation Khokri, which tells the story about the valorous victory of Indian Army overseas. If you haven't seen the video, please do watch it. In a response to the UN request in preventing a civil war in Sierra Leone, India had sent a military team named INBAT-1 as part of its peacekeeping mission. The group consisted of an infantry battalion, an engineering company, and a medical unit. While watching the video, you may have had several doubts. For example, what is an infantry battalion? What does it mean by mechanized infantry? Who is meant by a company of engineers? We will try to clarify these in this video by looking into the structure and various commands of the Indian Army. The Indian Army is divided into two. There are the combat arms and the service arms. The army section that deals with the real operations are the combat arms. The rest are called services and are responsible for the logistics and administration of the army. The combat arms consist of two subdivisions, namely fighting arms and supporting arms. Fighting arms include infantry, armed corps, and mechanized infantry, whereas supporting arm consists of artillery, corps of engineers, corps of army air defense, army aviation corps, and corps of signals. The departments mentioned below are all included in the service arms: Army Service Corps, Army Medical Corps, Army Dental Corps, Army Ordnance Corps, Corps of Electronics and Mechanical Engineers, Remount and Veterinary Corps, Military Farm Service, Army Education Corps, Corps of Military Police, Pioneer Corps, Army Postal Service Corps, Territorial Army, Defense Security Corps, Intelligence Corps, Judge Advocate General's Department, and Military Nursing Service. Today, with over 14 lakh personnel, the Indian Army is the largest voluntary army in the world. Furthermore, it is also one of the top employers in the world. Leading such a large army effectively is not an easy task, and herein lies the importance of the structure of the Indian Army. To get a better understanding of the Indian Army, let's start with the basic unit called section. A section is a group of 10 soldiers, and the section commander is a Havildar. Havildar rank is the highest non-commissioned officer in the Indian Army. Next is a platoon, which is made up of 3 sections and may include 35 soldiers. Junior commissioned officer is the platoon commander. Each of these ranks is clearly described in our first video. A company is a combination of 3 platoons and will be having more than 120 soldiers. The commander of a company will be a lieutenant colonel or major. A battalion comprises of 4 or more rifle companies and has more than 900 combat units. A soldier with colonel rank leads the battalion. A brigade can have more than 3 infantry battalions and is commanded by a brigadier. It will have more than 3,000 soldiers including supporting components. A division comprises of 3 or 4 brigades and is headed by a major general. The Indian Army has almost 40 divisions. In Operation Khokri, Major General Jaitley commanded not just the Indian battalion but the battalions from the foreign countries too. He was the commanding officer of a division which had a mechanized infantry, engineer company, medical unit, and multiple infantry battalions. A corps includes 3 to 4 divisions. The Indian Army has 14 corps. A general officer commanding or a GOC is the corps commander. His rank is Lieutenant General. Commands: Indian Army has 6 operation commands and a training command. Each command is led by a general officer commanding in chief and would have a lieutenant general rank. The 7 commands of Indian Army are Northern Command, Central Command, Eastern Command, Southern Command, Southwestern Command, Western Command, Training Command. The Army headquarters in New Delhi is above all these commands. This is the office of the Chief of the Army Staff. In this video, we have seen the structure and the various units of the Indian Army. We will be back with the next part of our series shortly. Jai Hind.